Hey guys, Group Gera here. So we did a few things for this deliverable. The main thing was adding, of course, what we required and changing deliverable one. So the first things first, if we come some of the changes, we come to deliverable one here. There's a few changes we had to make in our domain class model. Some of them were the generalization between class and room. We fixed that up a little bit. Also, some simple stuff like multiplicities, for example. Come down here to customer, we just had the number 20, so we added in the 1, so it could be 1 to 20 customers to a class. The other thing we got dinged on by all of our viewers was login was outside of our system, so we extended our boundary just a little bit so that way login was included, and this is for our use case diagram. Finally, moving on to sequence diagrams, the big thing that we were hit on was all of our diagrams looked inconsistent. We had, of course, a couple group members working on different diagrams, and then we just uploaded those. We didn't have a consistency. So for this deliverable, we went through each of our sequence diagrams and made them look consistent, so that way there's a normal way that they're supposed to look for us. We also added a few sequence diagrams just because we use those for our activity diagrams later on that were required for this deliverable. So we just went ahead and threw those in there just as a little bit extra. And just keep on going until we hit our activity diagram. So here's our activity diagram. This is some of our new content getting added to this deliverable. In the specifications, it mentioned that there was supposed to be one activity diagram, but then it talked about each activity diagram, and it stated that we wanted to break down some of these methods like change password and book group classes. So what we did is we went ahead and we threw in more activity diagrams that represent each of those methods. So example, here we have the activity diagram for register, and that can be found up in our main activity diagram up here at register. We included all those for register, login, change password, book group classes, and book private classes. They can all be found underneath the main activity diagram in order. Continuing on, we reach our system class model. Here is some big things to take note of. We assume that the owner data is inherited of a trainer. So they include all of the same data that a trainer would have, as except for the fact that they would be able to train any class. They kind of have the max rank, if you will. Moving on, we have our UI, and this is our deliverable 2 for Project Group Gera.